The Dead Sea Scrolls, an ancient library discovered in the middle of the desert in the 1940s. It all started when a young Bedouin goat herder named Muhammad was searching for his lost goat. He was desperately looking for his goat and threw a stone into a cave in the mountainside, hoping to scare it out. And as the stone hit the pottery inside the cave, it made a loud noise. So Muhammad, along with two of his cousins, decided to check out the cave. Inside, they found thousands of ancient biblical scrolls, including the complete book of Isaiah. You see, in the caves around Qumran, a small community of Jewish scholars known as the Essenes had lived 2,000 years ago. They were a Jewish sect who wanted to live a life of prayer and meditation. So they built their homes in the caves of Qumran and spent their days searching for the lost and hidden books of the Bible. In the 1st century AD, the Roman Empire destroyed their settlement and hid their books in caves to keep them safe from the world. These books were written between the years 250 BC and 70 AD, making them the oldest known copies of the Bible. For centuries, these caves remained undiscovered until a Bedouin goat herder stumbled upon them. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls changed history because it gave us a window into the past. We can now read the oldest known copies of the Bible and see how the words of God have remained the same throughout history. What's your favorite book in the Bible? For me, it's Isaiah. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a part of the only group of people who get to hear from God directly? That sounds like a dream come true. These are the oldest known copies of the Bible. They were discovered in caves around the Dead Sea in an area called Qumran, and they could be as much as 2,000 years old. One of the scrolls turned out to be the complete book of Isaiah. It was written in Hebrew and dated back to somewhere between 125 and 50 BC. That's around 2,000 years ago. Muhammad and his cousins were stunned. They didn't know what to do with their discovery. They didn't want to tell anyone in their village out of fear that the scrolls would be stolen or destroyed. So they hid them in a cave and made plans to come back for them later. However, one of Muhammad's cousins, a man named Muhammad, decided to take a few of the scrolls to a museum curator in Jerusalem to get them authenticated. The curator recognized their importance and purchased the scrolls from Muhammad's group. News of the discovery spread like wildfire, and archaeologists began to excavate the site. They found more scrolls in the caves around Qumran, but it was too late. Looters had already found some of the caves and stolen many of the scrolls. To this day, no one knows exactly how many scrolls were lost. The Dead Sea Scrolls are significant for several reasons. They provide valuable insights into the religious and political climate of the time in which Jesus lived. They also give us a glimpse into the daily life of ordinary people 2,000 years ago. And perhaps most importantly, they are physical artifacts that help us to understand the historical context of the Bible. Before the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls, historians believed that the Old Testament had been finalized around the year 100 AD. But the scrolls show that some of the books we have today were written as early as the 3rd century BC. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls is one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. They continue to teach us about the past and help us to better understand the Bible.
Thank you for watching. Take care and God bless.